Hi, I'm Ayala Deutsch. I am Executive Vice President and Deputy General Counsel with NBA Properties in New York. NBA Properties is the marketing and licensing arm of the National Basketball Association. I've been here 18 years, and I originally oversaw all of the intellectual property matters, and recently my responsibilities have grown to include commercial business transactional work in addition to IP. It's really exciting for me as someone who's been with a sports organization for 18 years to see 2 days of programming dedicated to this overall topic. And I think what people attending the conference can expect to see a lot of things, but I'd highlight two. One is, I think, a really impressive list of speakers and presenters that cover the gamut of different U.S. sports leagues, sports brands, practitioners from the U.S. and other places around the world, and also critically non-lawyer experts who are going to offer insight on things like branding, marketing, and handling PR crisis. So one thing is the roster of speakers. I think the second is just the breadth and variety of the topics covered. So we're going to talk about things that we maybe hear about at other INTA programs like counterfeiting, but do it through the lens of the sports industry. We're also going to talk about some issues that are really core to the sports industry, design development as that plays out, image and right of publicity issues, but also things like marketing to children and, as I mentioned, crisis, PR crisis, and what's the role of a brand lawyer in helping to address and navigate a company through that. So I think it's just a really diverse range of topics and a really impressive roster of speakers. I don't think the sports industry is unique in this regard, but I would say many of our challenges stem from the move to online and mobile and digital platforms, and that cuts across a number of different issues, including the sale of counterfeits online, the growth of social media, particularly the sports, fan commentary and user-generated content on those platforms, all the way to 3D printing. So I really think new technology and digital and mobile media bring the greatest challenges for us. So there are going to be, I think, several sessions in the 2 days that are focused on that. We're fortunate to have Bruce Folkart, who is the director of the IPR Center, who's going to give the perspective of U.S. federal law enforcement in their partnership with the NFL and other sports properties over the last few years at attacking counterfeit merchandise both on the ground and as it's sold on the internet. We're also going to have a panel of experts, meaning people who are in the trenches with respect to counterfeit sports merchandise, including representatives of various of the sports leagues, as well as some of the sporting goods manufacturers. And we're also going to have, in our global view, some information from WIPO about the harms of counterfeiting, and I think that's always a critical part of understanding the issue and also advocating for resources to help address it. And so I invite all of you to join us at the Brands and Sports Conference in New York City in March. We look forward to seeing you there.